is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? I'm sorry to bring bad news to you. You probably already heard that Michael Pittman is out for week 2. Now we have Gabe Davis questionable for week 2. We've had a lot less injuries than I kind of expected. So in a way, we've been fortunate. But Gabe Davis is now added to the Saturday injury report with an ankle issue, questionable for week 2 Monday night. The problem is that this Monday night game is hard to navigate around. So if you've got Michael Pittman, you're in a little bit of a pickle. Unless you can pick up McKenzie, and then all of a sudden you got a nice little dilemma solver on your hands. So if you own Gabe Davis, the move to make is to get McKenzie. And this is more of a reason to love Dawson Knox if Gabe Davis does sit. Now, questionable means 50-50. Like, we don't know if Gabe's going to play. He's not doubtful right now, but he's questionable. And so you need to be prepared. And and have a plan of attack in place to go ahead and make sure you're protecting yourself. So make sure you look at McKenzie, see if he's available. He would be an excellent add and a great backup plan for somebody that wants to roll with Gabe Davis on Monday night and not rule him out yet. This right here, Michael Pittman quad, will not play week 2. This is a tough one because it's sounding like, he could be questionable for week number 3. He was very questionable, coming in the last couple of hours and days, day, 24 hours. He's very questionable, walking into the weekend. So it feels like this could definitely linger into next week. So be prepared. Campbell could be a good pickup and plug and play this week with Alec Pierce also out. It's Paris, bro. It's Paris time. I don't know how much I trust in Paris Campbell, but it might be the Paris Campbell show to a degree. And they're going to run the heck out of JT. This isn't a good look for the Colts this week, but I mean, I definitely question starting Matt Ryan if you had Matt Ryan as your starter for some reason. Guys, like, I'm uncomfortable. It's uncomfortably crazy how many shares of Davis Mills are still sitting out there on waivers. People not picking up Davis Mills. I've only been screaming Davis Mills at the top of my lungs all offseason long, and yet we see Davis Mills just sitting out there on waivers continuously, nonstop. Nobody picking this man up. I love my boy Davis Mills. And we went over the 14,000 mark. We're actually at 14,023 subscribers. Very, very excited about that. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let me put the new number up on screen. I did have a live shot of it, but we're just going to screenshot this bad boy and put it up on screen. We're at 14,023. Thanks to everybody. Ron Navy dropping $100 super to celebrate last night. Let's bring some of the super chats on real quick. I can't believe people leave Davis Mills just sitting on waivers. It's unbelievable. The disrespect to Davis Mills. What's he got to do? What's he got to do to prove that he's a legit, almost starter in fantasy football, like quarterback 10, 11, 12? Devontae for Swift and Jamal Williams. That's tough for me. Because, like, if I'm drafting Swift over Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams closed that gap. I mean, I love what I've seen out of Devontae Adams. He looks so phenomenal right now. I would probably lean toward the Swift and Jamal side, but I couldn't fault anybody for going Devontae. They're really close, bro. I guess I just lean the RB side of that. I'm in a PPR 2-flex league. Pittman out, starting Lamar, Swift, Gibson, Chase, Hunt, McLaurin. Bench options are Renfro, Hines, Jahan Dotson. Thanks. If you're asking me who the first person off your bench would be, like if you're just wanting me to rank them, I like your lineup. Your lineup should be okay. Should be fine. I guess Dotson or Renfro, you could go either way, but I'd probably lean Dotson, I think, if I had to pick one of those sides to be on. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Carl, for those super chats. We got one more here from Nigel. Nigel says, Smitty, pick up Stevenson, who was just dropped for Rashad White. Jay Warren, Paris Campbell. I mean, if you don't need Campbell, I don't just pick up Campbell, hold him because he may play. So Campbell, unless you need him this week, I drop Campbell. Thoughts on Taysom Hill? I think Taysom Hill's a fantastic stash. And in some formats, he's a QB tight end still. So I love the idea of Taysom Hill. I like starting Taysom Hill, bro. We've got a couple voicemails here. One from the Bruce.
Trey Lance and Russell Wilson. I have Trey Lance and Russell Wilson. When's a good time to take a chance on Lance over Wilson?
Not yet. Not yet. Why? Because I don't trust Kyle Shanahan. And I think Kyle Shanahan's proving to be what I've said he's been all offseason, a pretty bad head coach. great offensive mind and great offensive coordinator. And when the team's doing well, people say, oh, now how do you feel about Shanahan? It's exact same. How do you feel about Shanahan now that they're winning? Exact same. Great offensive coordinator. When he allows his offensive coordinator psyche to take over and do its job, he looks like a great coach, but he's not. It's a great offensive coordinator taking control. Shanahan's a bad head coach. He's a bad head coach. And I don't know that I trust him right now. I don't know that I trust anything going on right now until I see it, resolve itself and I see Trey Lance not get held back. Debo, waiting to sign Debo as late as he did, creating turmoil between the fan base and Debo, keeping Jimmy G around all offseason. All this stuff is just proof that he doesn't know what he's doing with personnel and big decisions like that. So until then, Russell Wilson. Until you see it, Russell Wilson. The Bruce.
I picked up Zach Moss off waivers. Was that a good pickup or no?
I mean, context. I don't have that, the Bruce. You haven't showed up for weeks. And you come in here with this question, the Bruce, without any context at all. I suppose I don't mind Zach Moss, but was Jordan Mason available, Mr. Bruce? Was TDP available? Ty Davis Price? Was maybe Khalil Herbert available? I need more. I have questions, Bruce, and I need you to have answers. I need more than just a vague, was Moss a good pickup? And you've been missing for quite some time. Unacceptable, Brucey. Unacceptable. Your absence. We'll open up the phone lines here in a second. We got another super chat from Sergio. Sergio says, week 2 start Darrell Henderson or Kareem Hunt. I think you have to heed the road to Kareem Hunt, bro. I mean, Kareem Hunt only delivered absolute glory in week 1. I know that Darrell Henderson's got some upside as well, but I mean, come on. It's Kareem Hunt absolutely delivered what he was asked to deliver times 5. Bruce, we need to see you here more often. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We had no idea if you were okay, where you were at. I almost put out a missing persons. Drop some likes, everyone, says KCM. We've got 182 of you in here and only 54 thumbs up. I agree with them. Phone lines are open, Brucey. Dial in. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in, Brucey. We're waiting for you. Joseph dropping a super. Joseph says, start Ayuk or Julio. That's a tough one. I'd probably say Julio's safer. Ayuk's higher risk, higher reward. So you got to kind of pick your poison with that one, to be honest, bro. I mean, it's that close. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Cylon7.
What's up, Cylon? I got you.
Mark.
I got you, Cylon, and Bruce on the same call. Bruce, hang tight, Brucey. Hang tight. I'm gonna help Cylon first. Go ahead, Cylon.
Yeah. So my lineup's looking 12-team half-point PPR. I'm looking at Wentz, Diggs, Lamb, Henderson, ETN, Pitts, and Cooks in my flex. I'm looking to make some sort of moves. What can I move? I got London, Herbert, Gallup, Dotson, and Pollard on my bench.
I mean, no one's trading for those guys. Name your lineup one more time.
I got Wentz, Diggs, Lamb, Henderson, ETN, Pitts, Cooks. Looking like London, Herbert.
Yeah, Lamb, Henderson, and Cooks. Those are your movable pieces. What can you get using it? Lamb.
I'm feeling not comfortable at running back. I'm looking for some
okay,
running back.
So Lamb and Henderson for, I give Lamb, Henderson, and Cooks all for Kamara. Brandon Cooks. I mean, yeah. You don't
What's
like
the deal with him? I thought he was injured.
Well, he's got the rib issue, but I don't think he's going to be out for, even if, let's say, last second he was out for week number 2 or something. Like, he's still a great buy low. He's still a potential, he's packaged now where I would have priced him on draft day, with the off the field risk and all that. Now everybody's scared to death because not only do they still have the off the field risk kind of present, right? They're worried about it. They didn't package in any kind of risk to the draft slotting of Kamara walking into their draft, walking out of their draft. They overspent, and now they got this rib injury and a kind of a slumping Alvin Kamara. I definitely buy low on Kamara. You're worried about running back. I mean, that's a great buy.
What about Lamb, Henderson, and Cooks for John Williams?
Javonte Williams?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try. A boy can dream. A boy can dream, young man.
Is that too little for Javonte?
I mean, try it. Like, you never know. You could end a friendship over that one, but you pull that off, and then it works out the wrong way. But, hey, it might be worth it. If this isn't that good of a friend, I mean, you could weigh out the pros and cons, bro. But you also have Eckler, who just dropped a decent game.
No, I don't have Eckler. I got ETN and Henderson.
I know.
And I got Herbert. You're thinking
I know, Cylon. Stay with me. I'm trying to improve your team.
I'm hearing you.
Eckler just dropped a very mediocre game in the eyes of his fantasy owner, and they've seen 2 games now, and it complicates things that he's played. But you can sometimes get deals accepted that way before the players you're trading away have played. And so let's say Henderson goes out and drops a dud. Now you can't trade him. Right now, you can go get Eckler, and you got to wait a week to do it, but to execute it or to let it play out. But you can maybe get that button, have that button pushed. Those are options, bro. You got all 3 of those guys. Send them packing. You got 3 buy low running backs right now in Eckler, in Kamara. Who's the other guy I've been thinking of lately? Well, those are 2, but.
What about Lamb and Henderson for Eckler? Is that too little for Eckler, you think?
Lamb and Henderson for Eckler? No, I'd do that. I mean, obviously I'd do that if I throw Cooks in. But, yeah, you could try shooting low. Sometimes when you say no to something and then somebody gives you another offer, you still say no because you're in that repetition. So you got to be careful. You might want to over offer in some cases because he might be wavering. And then if you get him thinking about it and then he says no, then he starts really thinking about, I'm just going to wait on Eckler. And then you're like, well, what if I throw in this? And he's like, no, I already decided I'm going to wait on Eckler. So sometimes it's not bad to overpay. Dalvin Cook's a good buy low, says Mr. MT and Mr. TD. That's probably the other guy I was thinking of. I'd probably go buy Dalvin Cook on the cheap as well. I like buying even Derrick Henry. Like as much as I avoid Henry and in CMC, go up to CMC. As much as I avoid these guys on draft day, this is like somebody driving the car off the lot and it goes down like 4K in value and you just step right in.
I just traded CMC, Hollywood, and Madison for Diggs, and then Henderson and Pollard.
CMC, Hollywood, and Madison for Diggs.
Yeah, for
who?
Henderson and Pollard.
I don't know that I love or hate that. I mean, I have to digest it. I mean, CMC's a tough player to trade away when you're not getting a boatload, and you're essentially taking him in the top 5 and then trading for him for a guy you got like around 11, 12, 13 overall because you're getting Henderson thrown in. So I don't know that I love the deal. I don't hate it, but I certainly don't think it was like a home run. Like you started to laugh at the guy right now on live YouTube television. But I don't know if it was laugh worthy, bro. I think it was decent. It was decent considering like the way you're you're going about. Like Henderson's going to be the determining factor there. Like I think CMC is still got an opportunity to do very well. I just like the fact that you can now buy him using Diggs. Like you couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
So like CMC, I would have traded. I trade for CMC now. I trade for CMC now, and that's what that guy did. He came to you and said, "Hey, hello, can I have CMC from you? Can you value him as a top 11 to 15 overall player now, real quickly after 1 week?" And you did. I'm not saying you made a horrible mistake. I love Diggs. I'm just saying in 1 week you lowered his value from top 5 to number 12 overall. Because I mean Henderson is good, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What's the long term on him? What's the long term on Henderson?
There is no long term on Henderson. It's a running back by committee. It's McVay's not any kind of. What is this, a dynasty league?
No.
Okay, not that it matters because both guys are older in a sense, but I don't know, bro. I go after those trades. I gotta help. I gotta help the Bruce. He's on hold here. Call in anytime, Cylon. I appreciate you.
Love you, Smitty.
I'm sorry about some of the bad news. It's not horrible. You didn't like destroy anything. I'm just trying to shoot you straight.
All good, dude.
All right, get out there. Get out there and do it later. The Brucey. Bruce, what's up?
Smitty.
Hey, Bruce, I'm going to play your intro. I don't know that you deserve it right now because you've been missing for so long. I may have deleted your intro. Oh, no, here it is.
The Bruce is loose.
All right, you're still here, but go ahead, Bruce. What can I help you with?
I traded Keenan Allen and Zaire White, the Raiders running back, for DK Metcalf and Lazard. Did I do bad?
Who was the first person you traded away?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen? I'm okay with that. I like DK. I think DK is very undervalued. I don't love DK like I used to. He's not a second-round player to me, but like we're talking about fifth-round DK Metcalf valuation, and I'm fine with that. I think Geno will be plenty good enough to get you fifth-round value out of DK Metcalf. I love DK. And Keenan Allen's hurt, bro. Like, what are you going to do? How's somebody going to make fun of that? You know, oh, you got rid of Keenan. He's not playing, but when he comes back, he's going to be scary. You know, like we want Keenan Allen back. We need Keenan Allen back. Justin Herbert needs Keenan Allen back. Keenan Allen's a good wide receiver, but he is often injured. And I love me some DK Metcalf, especially buying low. Getting what? Didn't he have like 7 receptions for like, I don't know, like 20 yards or it was a little higher than that. It was crazy. He had like 5 to 7 receptions and had like no yardage, but DK in PPR, you're fine. You're fine. Buy him low. I love it. I'm good with it.
That's why I ended up. The guy wanted Keenan Allen so bad, and he wasn't willing to give up a lot. And I already had Javonte, so I said, you know what, Lazard is going to be out 1 week, but he is going to be their number one receiver. So I was like, okay, I'm giving you one guy, but in return, I'm getting 2 number ones.
Who was your other guy you got? I kind of forget already.
Alan Lazard.
I don't know if I'd go as far as start throwing number ones around with that, bro.
I thought he would be.
I mean, he might be the number one there, but like that's a little bold to be like, I got 2 number ones, baby. Like I was thinking, like, did I forget the other part of this trade? He got another number one wide receiver. He's a number one wide receiver, like de facto by default right now, but he's no glass slipper or anything. But hey, he might actually, Aaron Rodgers might be like, when he gets him back, be like, look, these guys can't catch. Here you go, Lazard. Let's play catch in the backyard. And he may feed him. He may feed him. I like him. The way you worded it, I was expecting gold, and he's okay. He's okay, but let's call him what he is. He's a borderline flex, but hey, I like DK, bro. And where have you been? Can you explain, or is that private information? Where have you been? Why you been missing?
I can explain. I got a new job
Oh,
during during the show hours. Well, I had a supervisor. He was like watching you like a hawk, so you really couldn't do anything. And it was like, oh, come on, man. Like, can't you just leave me alone for a little bit?
so you're trying to watch the show on your old supervisor's dime?
Yeah, I used to be able to watch it on
Can,
like when
can
I
I get
worked
a
at his
can I get a
dime. This
can I get a thumbs up or a hand up or whatever, or a flexing emoji? Who's watching and listening to the show on the regular on your boss's dime? Let's get a roll call on that.
I would. I just started though, and so they watch you like a hawk
Gotcha.
to see if you're good. And I'm like,
Hey,
come on, man.
Don't lose. You can always watch the replays. Don't lose the job over that. But you know, Brucey, we're basically live all the time throughout the day. You know, if you can't make the 7 p.m. Eastern show, we got the night shows. We do expect the Bruce to stop by once in a while. So, congrats on the job. Is it a really good long-term thing?
Yeah. It's like in the field I was in, I had 7 years. So for me, I got 3 more years, and I got a pension.
Nice.
The small pension, but a pension.
Attaboy, Brucey. Looking out for the future. Hey, congratulations.
One more. Thank you.
One more question? Go ahead.
Yeah. I got Najee Harris. Now, I got offered straight up Breece Hall, and I asked it on the voicemail above, and I'm trying to think. I'm like, can I just give Najee away for Breece Hall, or should I get more?
No. Look, Brucey, I'm going to explain this one more time for everybody watching, because I get this confusion, like, steamrolling into the show every day. Like, hey, Smitty, you told me to trade Najee. Should I take Breece Hall? Hey, Smitty, you told me to trade Najee. Should I take ETN? You cannot trade Najee Harris unless you're okay with the deal if everything works out beautifully for Najee. Like, let's say you make this trade. You need to love the side you're getting so much that you're happy for the guy that Najee ended up being okay and playing 17 games and being a top, 5 to 7 running back. That's how good the trade's got to be. Otherwise, you don't make the trade. Breece Hall isn't even like when someone says, hey, who should I start at my flex right? And I love Breece Hall, okay? But he's not there yet. When someone says, hey, should I start Breece Hall at my flex over Henderson? You waver. You can't trade Najee Harris for a guy you're wavering to put in your flex right now, Brucey. But you definitely, I would love to have like a Tyreek Hill and a Breece Hall, or I'd even reach higher than that. Deebo Samuel and Breece Hall, Deebo Samuel and Kenneth Walker, Diggs and Kenneth Walker, Diggs and Breece Hall. Those are the trades I do. Breece Hall is the additive, the accoutrement in your trade. He's the secondary piece, but he's not the main piece. No. Hear me now, everybody.
Yeah,
do not trade Najee Harris for garbage, because I said I would look to trade him and get out of the situation. You have to get a good deal.
Yeah, that's what concerned me. I declined it, and I was like, what do I do for him?
Yeah.
He was my second-round pick.
I got you, Brucey.
So I didn't know or even if I should say, you know what, maybe I'll let him play this week, and hopefully he does good, and then I really can sell him on the high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
That was my concern.
All right, Brucey, call back if you got another question. We would be blessed to hear from you again in 2 times in one show. So if you got another question, think up one, call back in.
All right.
And thank you for leaving a voicemail. Voicemail group number 1, if you guys could drop or 2, if you could drop some voicemails right now, that'd be great. Graveyard as well. We got a bunch of chats and we need voice messages, so drop them in. All right, Brucey, appreciate you.
All right.
Later.
Yep.
Nigel. Oh, good God, did you write a novel here, Nigel? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What up? It's David.
David, what's up, my man?
Yo, question for you. I think it's a smash hit for a trade. this dude's wanting Gabe Davis and J.K. Dobbins, and in return, I'll be getting DK and A.J. Dillon.
Gabe Davis and J.K. for Dillon and who? DK?
Yup. DK.
Smash.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Yeah, I'm going to Smitty approve that. Look, I love Gabe Davis. And JK's got some increasing value. His value's going up, okay, maybe. To trade, not to hold. His value's going up to trade. This guy's coming back from an ACL recovery that he wasn't prepared. We saw how that helped Barkley last year. The first year back, you got to avoid the player that comes back from an ACL tear that is not ready for week one because they're rushing it. They're rushing it. It won't work out well. Gabe Davis is questionable right now. I love Gabe Davis, but DK and Gabe Davis, you could argue that easily. Easily arguable. Who do you like better? DK? Okay, great. Who do you like better? Gabe? I understand. That's an equal swap in my mind. Would I rather have a healthy Gabe Davis over DK right now? Probably, but he's questionable, so now it's even Steven. So Dillon versus JK, you're Gronk smashing him, bro.
That is fact, and I'm really hurting at running back anyway. I got Cam Akers in my starting lineup. I accidentally auto-drafted this draft. Ooh, hurting me.
Yeah, I like this trade. Anyway.
All right, thanks, my man.
Call back if you got another question.
I'll smash it.
Good job. Later.
Absolutely.
I know some people are not going to love DK on that side, but I don't care. You're getting Dillon. You could make an argument that Dillon's better alone than the Gabe Davis JK side if you wanted to. If you want to get a little frisky, you could easily argue that if you wanted to. You don't have to, though, because you get DK and Dillon. Gee, yellow overcome. Okay, I'm gonna put the phone lines on pause for a second, so I can answer these super chats and get these out of the way. So basically, you got Justin Jefferson, Lamb, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Javonte, Singletary, Rashad White, Warren, Ertz, Muth, Taysom Hill, drop Stevenson, Mason, TDP. What trade should I make? Jefferson, Lamb, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Javon. God, this is a book, Nigel. I guess I would trade Lamb. I don't like DJ Moore. I don't like Lamb right now, considering. So I would trade Singletary. I would trade... Yeah, I mean, maybe Mason and TDP earn value for you. Maybe Stevenson earns value. You might have to wait until after this week, but I would get rid of Lamb and DJ Moore. You probably just need an RB to go along with it. It's going to be hard to get rid of just two wide receivers for one wide receiver or one running back or something. But I'd probably get rid of Lamb for ETN straight up if you want to do a 1-for-1. If you need an RB. DJ Moore for ETN, DJ Moore for Breece Hall, potentially. Some might not like that, but I would. I'd do that. Package Aaron Jones and MT. Thank you, Overcome. Thank you, Nigel, for your super chat. Package Aaron Jones and MT, Terry, or Higgins for top 5 running back like Mixon. Aaron Jones and MT, Aaron Jones and Terry, Aaron Jones and Higgins. Definitely don't put Higgins in there. MT... I'm on the fence whether I believe this is going to be fool's gold or not. 1 week wonder looking type of thing, or 2 week wonder, or 5 week wonder, and then boom, MT's back on the pine. Terry worries me a little bit. I love Terry, but there's like 3 wide receivers right there right now. Everybody's talking about Curtis Samuel like he's some gem as a 3rd wide receiver. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's the new Deebo Samuel. I don't know. But you got Dotson and Terry. Scary Terry, and you have I'm gonna turn the phone call. We're not gonna do call-ins yet. Let me cover this up because I have people dialing in. We're gonna get to this stuff first. Package Aaron Jones. So Aaron Jones and Terry for like a top 5 running back. Yeah, I don't know if Mixon qualifies. He's close, but I'd go after a little bit bigger name. I'd go after like even though it's risky and I didn't draft him, I'm coming in and scooping him up later. CMC, a Kamara. I'm reaching a little bit higher than Mixon, to be honest. I don't mind Mixon, but non-PPR, would you start London, Pierce, Allen Robinson, Kirk, or Robbie Anderson? I'm going to go Dameon Pierce over these guys this week. I'm fully all in on Dameon Pierce. I still think people are overreacting to 1 week. Deontay and Najee for Devontae Adams and Walker. I would smash that Adams side in a heartbeat. That's how you get rid of Najee Harris. Devontae Adams, like, that's a phenomenal move if you can pull that off. Now, if you're proposing that, I don't think it's going to get accepted. If it's proposed to you, take a lap for not accepting that before you posted the question. And thank you for the super chat. Phenomenal. Traded Lamar and A-Rob for Lenny and Rashad White. Okay. I mean, if you've already got Kyler Murray and you're starting one quarterback, that makes sense. Lenny and White, I would trade, though. Like, good move, but, like, hey, Lenny, keep your bags packed. I'm not trusting you long term. I know he had a great week 1. He's already banged up. I know you all love him. I'm not a big fan of Leonard Fournette. I don't care what he does in one given week. I don't care if he has 2 good weeks in a row. I have so many people saying, Smitty, you were wrong on Leonard Fournette, weren't you? No, I wasn't. I'm not wrong on anything. It's week 1, bro. Calm down. Bump the brakes. Leonard Fournette came in like 900 pounds overweight, had to drop all the LBs, and his body's probably suffering from it. Now, granted, to be fair, Swift's banged up. Gabe Davis, a lot of guys I liked are banged up too, so I have to be fair to Leonard. He's not ruled out or anything, but I just fear this guy's never healthy. I just feel like Leonard's going to miss a chunk of time, and Rashad White season. Now, you got White. I like that. That was smart. If you can't move Leonard Fournette on the high, Trone, keep him because you got Rashad. But I would definitely package and poke around at Camaras and CMCs and guys like that while you can, even if you got to give up a little bit. But great trade in general because you didn't need Lamar. Trade Higgins, Deontay, Lockett, and Eckler for Kupp, Dillon, and Godwin. Higgins, Deontay, Lockett and Eckler. So Eckler and Higgins. I'm not too concerned about Deontay and Lockett. They're kind of like hors d'oeuvres in this trade. Higgins and Eckler for Kupp and Dillon. Godwin's Kupp and Dillon for Higgins and Eckler. Yeah, I'd take Kupp and Dillon. I'd take that Kupp and Dillon side. You did good on that. Thank you for the super chat. Nice work. Nice work, broski. Jake. Appreciate you, Jake. We got Kent. We got R4. We got I don't know how to say that. We'll call him Big C. We got Big C. And let me just make sure. I don't know if we got Cheddar. Deontay, Najee for Adams and Walker. Okay, I think I'm caught up on these super chats. Big C again. We got Weeby and Jake. Okay, I think we're caught up here. So drop Penny or Walker. Or drop Walker. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, drop Walker? I don't even understand what's going on here. We in Bizarro World?
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
Drop Walker. To pick up Singletary. I didn't even finish the question. No, bro. Walker's about to be born. Bro, he's about to come out of the fantasy womb. And you want to drop Walker now? Now? Come on, bro. Weeby? No. Singletary's okay, but like you need Penny and Walker cuffed together. Drop somebody else, but no, you're not dropping Walker. No, Weeby. I appreciate your super chat, by the way. I'm just giving you tough love. I hope you don't take offense to that. Start Myers, D. Smith, or Mooney. Okay, I'm about fed up with this Mooney disrespect. First of all, we got 120 likes and we got almost 400 eyeballs in here. Can we get a little bit of thumb up action going up on this mug? I mean, those are rookie numbers right now. 120 thumbs up with 400 eyeballs. What's going on here? That disrespect's about the same as the disrespect going on with Mooney right now. Can we stop devaluing Mooney coming out of a mud bowl? He played in the swimming pool in week 1. Mooney's a wide receiver 2. And I have people not only discarding him into the wide receiver 3 category on a weekly basis now on my text line and in DMs and comments. We have people actually dropping Mooney. People are actually dropping Mooney, which is unacceptable. Mooney is a wide receiver 2 in fantasy, not even a wide receiver 3. And I like Devontae Smith at some point, hopefully. And Myers is, I don't know, he's in the NFL, so he's got to be a good player, right? But that's the most I can say about Myers, okay? Like if he started playing football in college again, he'd look amazing. Okay, he'd dominate everybody. So he's an NFL player. I don't want to devalue it, but he's Myers, bro. You got Mooney. You play Mooney. You play Mooney, Big C. Don't devalue Mooney. Treat him with respect. It's 1 week. 1 week has gone by. I don't even understand what's going on here. Cheddarhead, non-PPR, would you start London, Pierce, Allen Robinson, Kirk, or Robbie Anderson? Non-PPR, would you start London, Pierce? Oh, I already answered that one. If that's Damian Pierce, you start him. If it's Alec Pierce, he's out. But Damian Pierce. What's up? What's good, Smitty? Love the show, man. I love that you love the show. The show loves you back, Big C. And appreciate your other super chat. Start Damian Harris or J-Rob. Probably J-Rob right now, although Damian Harris and Stevenson, one of the two is going to get a big uptick with Ty Montgomery on IR. We just don't know which one. J-Rob's a little steadier. I would still look to shop J-Rob on the high. I don't trust him staying healthy all year. He looks good, though, admittedly. He looks good for a recovery of a torn Achilles tendon, which is never, ever, ever, ever recoverable to the degree of becoming a top 10 running back. Maybe he slips into the top 15. Who knows? But he's not going to be a top 10 running back. He looked pretty good. People jumping the gun on how good he's going to be. He had 11 carries. You know, he slipped into the end zone a couple times. Looked efficient. Looked strong. But, I definitely sell high. But in this situation, I would go with J-Rob. Jamal Williams, considering flexing Jamal. Swift questionable. Only if Swift sits, but he's not going to sit, in my opinion, unless things get worse. Everybody's jumping the gun out of fear that this guy's not going to play. Punch that thumb up button. We got about 400 eyeballs, 156 thumbs up. 10-man just traded Lance for Kyle Pitts. Love it, bro. Love it. Where's my approve button when I need?
You've just been
I mean, look, Pitts is one of the best buy lows right now. Phenomenal move. What should be your next move? Adams, A.J. Brown. Okay, DJ Moore and Hollywood Brown are tradable. Bateman's tradable. I would trade Mixon and one of those guys. Mixon and DJ Moore. Mixon and Hollywood. Mixon and Bateman. Mixon and Schultz. And then you got Pitts now. For an upgrade. Go swing big. Take a gamble on a CMC, a Kamara, or an Eckler. Especially Eckler. I love Eckler. He just had 2 bad games in a row in the eyes of his owner. Take advantage of that. Got offered St. Brown and Gibson for Lamb. I would take St. Brown and Gibson for Lamb, to be honest. I know that sounds crazy, coming from where we were a little over a week and a half ago. But I mean, Gibson's got opportunity. He could be a bust or whatever, but at least you get St. Brown. If that doesn't work out, at least you get 2 opportunities. I kind of feel like I don't know. Let's see what the chat thinks. Guys, can we get a vote? Would you rather have Lamb or St. Brown and Gibson? It's a tough one. I would love to know what the chat thinks. Let's get a vote before I lock that in. I might be jumping the gun. Jake says, lost Pittman, Godwin, and Eli Mitchell. Do I start Campbell? Burks, Damian Pierce and Campbell would probably be my 2 plays. I think Campbell should do well enough. Got a CeeDee Lamb side. Amon-Ra side by far, says Torres. Brown and Gibby. Brown and Dillon. There's no Dillon in the trade. Same Brown and Gibby. Happy Saturday to you, Robert. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my... I'm not being influenced by the chat vote. The chat vote kind of feels like it's mixed. I just like St. Brown enough to where it's like I'll take the gamble on Gibby, you know what I'm saying? Duvernay's not a bad option here as well. So Pierce, though. I start Pierce. I do start Pierce. Your options, like you want to start talking matchups, your options are very slim. So I think you go with the talent. You know, will they feed Pierce enough? I think they will. So I would do that trade. Trone, need a flex, ETN, Melvin Gordon, Damian Harris, Cooper. Don't sit ETN yet. Put ETN in there. ETN deserves it. Don't think for a second that you can start sitting ETN off of 1 week. He had 10 yards of carry. He had 2 touchdown opportunities that were botched. One was botched by him. He dropped the football, and the other one was an overthrown pass that was in the end zone. So, can I call? I wanted to read more of my novel. Nigel, the phone lines will be open here in a little bit, so hang tight while I get through these super chats, and then, yes, you can call and offer Mixon, Fournette, or Elliott and Deontay for Hill and JT. You got a lot of variations there, but I think I still accept them all for JT and Hill, absolutely. Mixon and Fournette, yeah. Mixon and Elliott, sure. Mixon, Elliott, and Deontay for JT and Hill, absolutely. I give all of them. Give Mixon, Fournette, Elliott, and Deontay for Hill and JT. Why not just throw them all in together? Absolutely do that. JT and Hill, you're not going to get that, though. I hate to burst your bubble, but you could try. A boy can dream. If you get it, come back and let us know, and we'll celebrate. Half PPR, flex 1, Monty, Herbert, Ingram, Landry, London, Stevenson. I'd probably go Monty. He got 17 carries in a mud bowl, and I think he deserves to start until he gets unseated. Mixon and Elliott, too much for JT? No, it's not. JT's easily worth that. Go do that. Go get it done. Go get it done. We'll celebrate when you come back. Start. That's the Mooney question. I think I'm caught up there. Let me go back down. If I missed a super chat, please let me know. Michael says, drop 1, Kadarius Toney or Rondell Moore and grab Herbert. I would cut either one of those guys. You pick. Your choice. Dealer's choice, bro. I'm not a big fan of either one. Rondell Moore's, I like him a lot, but his situation is kind of cloudy. Pittman is out. Gabe Davis is questionable. DK, Dobbs, Tony, Corey Davis. I don't like those options, bro. You need some better options here. I don't know. I guess I would go Dobbs, but you got to have better options than that, man. You got to give me more options. Tell me who's on waivers. Those aren't great. Those aren't great plays. Not gonna lie. I can't like force it. Dobbs, I guess, if I had to pick between that. ETN, I got that question already. I think we're good to go on those. Here's Caspo says, send away A.J. Brown, Dillon, and Hendo for Saquon and Waddle. A.J. Brown, Dillon, yes, go get Saquon and Waddle. That's an easy call. Avatar, can we get a couple Avatar emojis in the building, please? When Avatar stops by, we show him respect. And Ron Navy's in the building, so we're going to give Ron Navy a couple. I don't know if Michael K. CPA is here, but we'll drop those as well. There are the emojis. Thank you very much, guys. I will go to my fantasy grave with ETN in my lineup. He had a bad drop and was in the doghouse, but he needs to touch the ball 15+ times for the Jags to win games. I agree. And they threw him. Trevor Lawrence overthrew him in the end zone as well. He should have had 2 touchdowns, Avatar. And thank you for the $10 hauler, by the way.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. That's my boy Avatar. That's my boy Avatar right there. All right, let's get back to the phone lines. Dial in. Ron says Lamb is falling back to earth from the moon shuttle. He is, unfortunately. Like when we click the Moon Men button.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
We got
Space Monsters.
We got Lamb down here right now, unfortunately. And Schultz, I don't know that Schultz is like out, but we're definitely not feeling good about Schultz and Lamb right now. And injuries happen, and it's not necessarily our fault. We got a lot of upside still on this board, and guys that need to. These were a lot of guys that were good for the value. We didn't just pick the best players in the NFL, so there's a lot of upside to still be had here. 1 week has gone by. People need to calm down. We've got a lot of good value still on the board. Appreciate you, Ron Navy, for dropping that super chat. We've got, I think I'm caught up on the supers. Avatar, Trucker dropping a super. And Jeffrey dropping a super. Trucker says flex London, Damian Pierce, Boyd, Devontae Smith, Goddard. I put him Pierce. I don't care about matchup. He should get the volume. If you want to go safe, I suppose if you want to go safe, you could go London or Goddard if you wanted to go safe. But I would roll the dice myself. DPJ, Peoples-Jones, Shepard, or Campbell. Probably Campbell. I think he's going to be force-fed. Dial into the show. The phone lines are now active again. Dial in. ETN will score this week, says GDLT. ETN will tear it up. We got a lot of ETN fans in here. Pierce or ETN? ETN is safer than Pierce at this point, but I do like both, but ETN's better. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, it's me, Dan, Ben.
What's up, Dan, Ben?
Hey, I have a question, but I may be just overthinking it or talking myself into a deal here. But I'm in a 16-team league, and I feel like I got a few good pieces at wide receiver and running back. But someone's offering me a trade that will offer me a little more depth, but I may be selling low on my top receiver on Chase. So I got Lance, Chase, I got Woods, Aaron Jones, CEH, Schultz, Collins, McKenzie, and Geno Smith with Superflex as well. So someone's offering me Chase. For Chase, they're offering me Chubb, Dillon, and possibly Keenan Allen if I throw in a bench player.
Chubb, Dillon,
and low for Chase.
Chubb, Dillon, and Keenan Allen. That's a lot of value.
Uh-huh.
I probably
it's a 16 team, so I mean the depth is very low.
I'd probably say I'd do that. I hate to trade away Jamar Chase, but you're getting Chubb, you're getting Keenan Allen, who will come back, and like you look at it from that perspective, you're downgrading Chase into Keenan Allen, which is a big drop, but you're getting Dillon and Chubb. You got to do that trade, unfortunately. Yep, punch it, bro.
Okay.
And then don't stop there. Look to trade Chubb on the high. Look to make some moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, bro. Yeah. That's a good trade. I mean, it sucks trading Jamar Chase, but when you're in a big league like that, you're in a 14 or a 16 team league, you got to take value like that when you can get it. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Jeff?
Well, Smitty, I'm trying to move Harris, but nobody's biting. And I also have Juji as my number 2 receiver. Should I just hold or drop Juji?
Judy. I mean, I wouldn't drop Judy. Who are you trying to pick up?
No. I'm sorry. It's Juju.
Okay,
Juju Smith.
Yeah, I'm not huge on Juju. I'm not huge on Juju, but.
After this week, I'm not either.
Yeah, who are you picking up?
Well, I don't know. I was going to try to get Tunyon, but he's already played, so I have to wait till next week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Juju, I can take her, leave it, or I could drop him, keep him. Just depends. If you're talking about Tunyon, I'm not concerned about Tunyon. I'd probably keep Juju over Tunyon.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what should I do with this Harris problem? Just ride him out, or
no? I mean, keep trying. Like, try and trade for. You know, if you can't get like an Adams, obviously that's tough to do. Debo, and then just get something else. A lot of times when you make a trade, you got to go look for an anchor. You got to go look for a player like.
I put nice packages together with A-Rob, Harris. You know, I put in B. Cooks with Harris, and no one's biting.
Yeah, go find an anchor. So like it'd be sometimes you start off with the lower player. Okay, so go find a player like Kenneth Walker. Or go find a player like Breece Hall, and then from there, add on to that, and then you can find like a package. You know what I mean? Like, so if it's, let's say it's Breece Hall, then so you go to Breece Hall owner. What can you add on from his team to make that worth? You know, build from the smaller side up. So go find somebody you really want on your team as that second player, and they don't have to be bigger or comparative to Najee. But like once you get that second player, then you can kind of cook something up. A lot of people just start with the big name, right? And if you start with the
nice packages together, but I don't know.
Well,
it looks like he's just going to be riding the pine. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's riding the pine. If he's playing in the game, you got to put him in your lineup.
Yeah, I will, but you know, I lost last week by 0.3 of a point. You know, so
yeah,
I'd like to get a win.
All right, bro.
All right. Well, I'll keep on swinging for the fences, and appreciate the show and everything you do. Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate you. Call back if you have like an offer you want to mull over or whatever.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, later. All right. What else we got here? Fantasy Dad says talk up Najee isn't on the. Jeez. 8 people calling at once. What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Hello? 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 You're on the show. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Poopy.
What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
How are you doing, Smitty?
Good. Who's this?
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
I got you on with Ron Navy. What's
Hello?
up? I got you on with Ron Navy. What can we help you with?
I just wanted to kind of go over my team and see if you think there's anything I should be doing.
All right, hit me with it fast because we got to roll through some of these super chats and the questions. So hit me as fast as you can with it.
All right, so let's go here. I got Aaron Rodgers. I got Javonte Williams. I got Monty, Chase, St. Brown, Michael Thomas, Mark Andrews, and Chase Edmonds. I got Dobbins and obviously Pittman, but he's out right now for this week. And then I got Robert Woods and George Pickens all on the bench.
Yeah, I would say you need to Edmonds. I would trade. Read it one more time.
All right, so I got Aaron Rodgers, Javonte Williams, David Montgomery, Jamar Chase, St. Brown, Michael Thomas, Mark Andrews, Pittman, obviously out this week, Edmonds, Woods, and Pickens, and Dobbins.
I don't touch Javonte, don't touch Jamar Chase. St. Brown, you won't get the value for, so keep him. Your movable pieces are D. Monty, Edmonds, J.K., and Andrews and MT. You can move all those. So like, would I trade JK and Edmonds, or MT and JK, or MT and Edmonds, or MT and Monty, and shoot for the moon and try and grab these Camaras? You got all these people that these players like Eckler, Kamara, even Derrick Henry. Like, these are all guys you could come in and buy low on, that you didn't have to come in and draft them at their high value. So I would make stabs at all those players using combinations. Look and see if Taysom Hill's available on waivers. You know.
Yeah. Do you think I should go for another running back or a receiver? Which one should I target?
I mean, I would just start targeting some of your most desired players that you want on this roster, bro, and then go from there. I don't think I'd get picky. Just start poking around. I'd start off with JK and Edmonds. Try and trade 2 RBs for one. You know, maybe there's somebody out there that's got ETN and they're scared of ETN right now. You trade JK and Edmonds for ETN. You find somebody that's got they're worried about Eckler, and you could trade MT and JK and Edmonds all for Eckler. You could trade Monty and MT for Eckler. You could trade. I mean, there's people that are freaking out about Eckler. I have on my text line, bro. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. People are just scared to death of Eckler.
Okay. All right. It sounds good. I'll start see what I can do.
All right, bro. All right, Ron Navy, what's up, my man?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What's up, Ron?
Hey, what's on, bro?
Not much,
Tried to
man.
Catch up. We was out. I'm caught up, but hey, that guy that called in previously, though, you know, he's got Najee. I'd say, you know, keep him for now. Let him play tomorrow. Hope that he has a good game, because maybe he has a good game, and then his value goes up, and then he gets better value for trading them after the game.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is people are trying to trade Najee for like pennies on the dollar, and that's not what my instructions are. My instructions are, you got to make a trade that you love, even if Najee plays 17 amazing games. And people are just like, Breece Hall? Like, I love Breece Hall, but he's the second part of that trade. Like, you need to get like a Diggs and a Breece Hall, you know? And if you can't, you need to wait. You need to hold. But this whole thing about him not being on the injury report is like reckless news to me. Reckless, like the team actually saying that that Najee Harris is not, like, does not belong on the injury report is ridiculous. Like, the guy was so hobbled after that game. Like, that's crazy. But it's good news in that he might escape, you know, further injury right now. But if he re-injured that Liz Frank at all, like, it's probably just going to keep getting re-injured or something. But I do think that people are overreacting, and it sucks because, like, my objective is not to get people to overreact. It's to get people to trade now for a very good option or options, but not for selling low. Like ETN alone, no. Breece Hall alone, no. You know, some of these offers are ridiculous, and you got to assume the best in Najee. You know, when you trade him, you got to assume he could be, you know, the same.
Right. And, you know, he had Pickens on his bench, too. A lot of people like myself, I'm intrigued with Pickens. So if somebody coming at me and they offer me Pickens, I'm gonna, depending on the trade, he's intriguing to me, because I'll put him on my bench and I'll wait till Pickett gets in there and watch Pickens go off, you know, later on down the road. So I think some people, Pickens is a good trade for some people.
Yeah.
But hey, my bold prediction's a little closer to being good. Gabe Davis is injured, so my bold prediction's has a little bit.
What was your bold prediction again?
Higher percentage of.
What was your bold prediction?
My bold prediction was Henry would rush for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Tennessee would upset the Bills by 3 points.
Okay. That's a nice bold prediction there.
That's bold.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
bold
this
prediction,
is gonna be a
but with-
big it's gonna be a big day for Derrick Henry, because if he comes out and lays a dud, you're gonna have panic everywhere, and rightly
Look
so.
what he did last year.
Yeah, the panic will be justified, if he has
Came
two.
out and had a dud first game, and then he lit it up the second week with 180 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Derrick Henry had
So-
that big of a day, but it also does look like, at least from week 1, there's a little concern that maybe the quickness isn't there as much as it was. Not that he couldn't wear people down with the size still for, half a season, but I just can't picture him dominating the whole season. Like, I could picture him dominating like week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7. But there's something about that. Again, we could talk circles around this. I know that we don't share the same opinion here, but when you have the mileage he's had, it's one of those things where it's like, it's inevitable. It could, and maybe I'm wrong, and it happens in week 1 or 2 of next year or in the off season, and he skates by. Maybe it happens in the playoffs. Not that they're going to make the playoffs, but you know what I mean. Like, it could happen right at the end, week 18 or something. But it's like it's. I would sell him if he does well for a string of games, or even a month long. I would sell Derrick Henry so quickly on the high, because it's just that mileage will add up. It's so much mileage. It's so much mileage, bro. It's a 900 plus carries in 2.5 years.
I'm never selling him, but yeah, you're right. I mean, we all are wrong on some things, I mean, hell, at first, Gibby was fumbling the ball in preseason, but they look at Gibby now. He's like, they're using him as a receiver, and he's looking freaking like a hot commodity right now. So you were right not to totally give up on Gibby. I was wrong for saying that he was going to be useless.
Well, that's one thing. I mean, I missed on other
You know
things
what I mean?
so far. Yeah, I mean, we've all missed so far on a lot of things, but it's week 1, so Gibby could be discarded in 2 weeks, so who knows? But yeah, it's. I mean, all I'm saying is if you can ride out the Henry thing for a while and then sell him for something amazing and get out of the risk, why not try it? If you can get a safer vehicle to drive from like week 7 on. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just feel like what happens if he has a dud game here? You're not gonna be able to trade him for anything.
Some people will do that. I'm a ride or die with Henry this year. You know that. Just like people are going to ride and die with Kelsey and all that. So, but it'd be a good move for some people to make. I agree with there if they want to do that. But me, I'm riding and dying with him. I've pretty much said from the very beginning, Henry, and I ain't giving up on him.
I respect it.
So
I respect it. He's
get
fun.
to your other calls.
Yeah, he's fun to root for. All right, Ron Navy, appreciate you. We forgot your intro.
All right, later.
We'll get you an outro right here.
That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, later.
Later.
Run the Don.
All right. That's going to be all she wrote for today. I just came on. We're going to go live tonight. We got 400 people in here. I hate to leave, but stash TDP or Mason if you lost out on Wilson on the waiver wire. I mean, I stashed both of them, bro. Like, here's the thing, Big C. I never wanted you. I don't know if you've been watching lately. You got to watch my waiver wire show. I never wanted you to take Wilson. The pickups are Mason and TDP cuffed together. That's the better pickup than Wilson in general. Like, I'd rather have that. Like, by far. I don't want Wilson. Wilson's not the pickup. Wilson might be the immediate pickup, but guess who's the longer term set of options? The TDP and Mason. That you're going to get more starts out of those two guys, I think. So definitely pick up, but who knows which one? You almost got to grab both of them. Target some buy lows or sit tight. 0.5 PPR Swift, Javonte Hill, AJ Brown, Mooney, Knox. I mean, always look to trade, but your team's, you get a good team. Swift, Javonte Hill, AJ Brown, Mooney. It's fantastic. I don't even know where you would upgrade. Like, maybe upgrade. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, trade for Kyle Pitts or something. D. Hopkins and Knox for Kyle Pitts. Maybe you have to wait for Knox to have a good game. Maybe you don't even make that trade. Maybe just wait on what you got. That's a really good team. I don't think you need to make a move. Life, as you know, what's up, my man? Jay Hurts, Tua, Matt Ryan, Lance, pick 2 for 2 QB league. Love the show. Keep up. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go without the wide receiver room being totally banged up. I'm gonna avoid Ryan. I'm gonna say Hurts is a lock. Obviously, I'm gonna go Hurts and Lance in this one. Tua, you could go Tua if you don't like the weather last minute, but that's probably how I would approach that. I like that team, bro. Big C got an offer. Burks and Dylan for Waddle and J-Rob. I keep the Dylan side, personally. I keep the Dylan side. Jeffrey. Peoples, Shepard, Campbell. I think I'm caught up on those supers there. I think so. Overcome. Sent 5 different offers. Deontay, Mixon, and Fournette away for 2. Okay. Keep us posted on that. We'd love to hear what you ended up doing or what offers might be countered back to you. Thank you for all those super chats, guys. Was offered Najee and Jacobs for my Fournette and Judy. Najee and Jacobs for your Fournette and Judy. I take Najee. That's where I buy Najee. I'm not running from Najee at all costs. I'm just saying if you own Najee Harris and you can get rid of him for a safer option, I would do it. But past that, I'm not trading Najee at all costs to get out of Najee. There's some risk involved for sure, but there's also probably more risk in getting rid of him on the low. CMC for Dylan and Debo. I would take Dylan and Debo for CMC probably. Smitty, end the show. Go enjoy the family. I will in a second. Big dog. Appreciate you, James. Muth or Ertz, I'm going to say give me Freiermuth. Brees, a flex this week. It depends on your options, but, he's always capable of going off, and he's also capable of being 1 week away. Congrats on the 14K. Thank you. We hit 14K last night on the show. What do you think about getting Kamara and Judy for Najee? Kamara and Judy, yeah, I would do that. For Kirk and Najee, I would take Kamara. I would trade into Kamara. I like Judy as an upgrade over Kirk. I would do that. I personally feel like it's a lot safer. Trade Kamara for Devontae Adams in PPR. I would take Devontae Adams. Eckler for ETN and Pierce. No, I keep Eckler over ETN and Dameon Pierce, even though I like Dameon Pierce a lot. Smitty, I trade Najee and receive Kamara. Tell me I did good. I'm fine with that. Matt C, I'm fine with that. Some people are shooting very low and making very bad trades and totally misunderstanding my Najee Harris, trade away Najee Harris video and instructions. You got to get something valuable like you got Kamara. That's fine. He's banged up, but his ribs aren't as concerning as Najee's foot. AJB for Hall and Higgins. I'd probably take Hall and Higgins if you need to make a move. If you're fine, your team can win it now, I'd keep AJB, but if you need to get multiple players, I would do that. Hit the thumbs up for your boy Smitty. Thank you. Appreciate you, Derek. We got 360 people in here and 214 thumbs up. Not bad. I mean, it's not a disrespectful number, but I would love for the numbers to match. Congrats on the 14K. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yep, already answered that question. Kamara and Judy, yep. Ivan got offered Pitts for my CD straight up. I'd take Kyle Pitts over CD Lamb as long as you don't. Yeah, you have Tunyon. I would take Kyle Pitts for CD. I think it's a great move. It's a move I've been talking about. Love it. Love the move. Thanks, Matt C. Appreciate you. Let's do a quick speed round. A very, very quick speed round. If you guys don't know what that is, it's got to be short. Anybody that asks a very long question, even like 3 lines, I'm skipping it. It's got to be short.
It is time for the speed question and answer segment.
We'll go more. We'll go 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Crazy Najee doesn't carry an injury designation. I don't understand how that's even possible. It's not even factual. I don't even know why they wouldn't have him as some form of questionable or whatever. Love the show. Appreciate you. Is Eckler the best buy low right now? It's one of the best buy lows. Dylan for Hunt and Metcalf. Give me Hunt and Metcalf if you need to make a move. If you don't, if you're looking good, then I don't mind keeping that. Tacos or Lou Malnati's. Drop Tunyon for Algier. I don't think Algier's a pickup. He's a monitor because he's not even active. So when is Kenneth Walker coming back? This week. Kareem Hunt for St. Brown. Higgins or Cordero Patterson. Give me, or Higbee. Higbee or, wait, what? Higbee or Pat? Fryermuth. Okay, Higbee or Fryermuth. I'm like, Pat who? Pat Fryermuth. Fryermuth, easily. Pat Fryermuth on waivers. Grab him. Brees or DK at flex. I'm going to go with DK for now, but I love Brees Hall once he gets in there. Davis, a replacement. I like Shakir. If Gabe Davis is out, but I'd much rather have McKenzie. Trade Amon-Ra and Hunt for Cool. I don't know, bro. You got. I don't know what. I'm trying to think quickly, and I don't know who Cool is. Look at Smitty breaking news. He's here for a Saturday. Give him a thumbs up, everybody. Smitty to the moon. Speed round. 4 minutes. Super chat. Enjoy your day, Smitty. Thank you, Ron Navy. Appreciate you. Ron Navy in the building, baby. Singletary or Devontae Smith. Probably Singletary this week. Pierce or Burkhead. Give me Damian Pierce, but I can understand anybody wanting Burkhead in there. Debo or Evans. Man, must be nice to have those problems. Give me Debo this. That's a coin toss, bro. Coin toss close. I'd probably lean Debo. They're going to run him a lot. Justin Jefferson for who? You'd have to get like a Dylan or a Brees Hall and then an additional like Tyreek Hill, bro, or a Debo or something. It has to be two players, and you have to have like that second player be a really viable option for your lineup, like a Dylan or Brees Hall, like eventually. ETN or Ayuk, give me ETN. McLaurin, Kirk this week. Christian Kirk, I'd say McLaurin. Curtis Samuel, viable flex this week. Yeah, he's a viable flex. I just don't think he's a wide receiver 2, like a lot of people say. Jalen Warren, a must pick up. Yeah, I would say so. Ron the Don says Adolfo. Appreciate that. ETN. What about him? Ayuk or ETN? Give me ETN. Dylan and Higgins for Diggs. I'd rather have. Man, I'd probably rather have Dylan and Higgs if you need that running back. If you don't need to make a change and your team can win it, then don't make any moves at all and keep Diggs. But that's a good move if you need a running back very badly. That's a very good return. Sanders or ETN? ETN. Trade away Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown. I'd rather trade away Tyreek Hill if I have to move one. Elijah Moore or Mooney? Give me Mooney this week. I think Mooney's getting mad disrespected. Thielen or Colts wide receiver backups? Give me Thielen. Adolfo says, Smitty, can we see the Moon Men and Mars Men? Sure, I'll do that right at the end. Pick 2, Deontay, Cooks, Terry, Gabe Davis. Cooks and Terry, unless Gabe Davis plays, then it's going to be Gabe Davis and probably Terry or Gabe Davis and Cooks. But problem is you got to make that decision. That's a Monday night game, so you might have to put Gabe on the bench if you don't feel very confident by the news. Cordero, Bateman at the flex. I'd probably go Cordero. ETN long-term. Love ETN long-term. Gabe Davis or Kirk. If Gabe Davis looks like a go, but you might have to make that call ahead of time. We'll have to decide probably tonight, right? A.J. Dillon or T. Higgins. Give me A.J. Dillon. But I do love T. Higgins. He's a great buy low. Cordero or Bateman, go Cordero. And the last one will be Allen Robinson or Kyle Phillips. I go Allen Robinson this week. I think Allen Robinson probably gets it done. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm also live whenever news breaks. I will see you all later tonight for the Q&A session, the Start Bench show. Thank you all. 243 thumbs up. Appreciate all those thumbs up. 370 of you watching. Please punch the thumb up button on the way out the door. Thank you all for all your questions. James Cook or Zamir White, you got to go James Cook right now. Kirk or Cooks, probably Cooks. Metcalf or Allen Robinson, I go Metcalf. Is Wilson a flex play, says Ron Navy? Yeah, I suppose, but I kind of feel like it's not. I don't know. I don't trust San Francisco right now because of Shanahan. And until we can, I don't know. All right, guys. See you later tonight for the Start Bench show. Later.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
And we got this one as well.
He's on a shuttle to Mars. Mars Men.
Swift is definitely on Mars already. Chase is on Mars. Burrow will be on Mars. Javante's on Mars. Breece Hall will soon be on Mars. Breece Hall will be fine. I'll see you all tonight.